Hey guys, it's Colleen Gallagher here. How are you? Happy morning. I'm super excited. Today is a really, really exciting day for me, and I'm just so thrilled. I'm kind of in this awkward position on the couch, but anyway, I wanted to come on live because, hello, beautiful. Because as some of you know, I'm launching the Cosmic Lover Circle. And I've had a lot of questions about just my online courses, my online experiences, like what are they like, what to expect. And so first I just wanted to go through this, and then I'll kind of go into what those experiences are like. And so the first thing that I want to go into is, first of all, if you're watching the replay, always say hashtag replay and let me know you're watching. You guys know I love these platforms and I utilize them as such a tool for connectivity. So if you don't say hi, if you don't engage, I can't engage with you, and that makes me sad. And so anyway, the Cosmic Lover Circle, the enrollment ends on Tuesday. So one day after, Valentine's Day. And this is really for you if you have struggled with relationships. You've struggled either in your current relationship or with your past relationships. It feels like there's always a drama. It's never quite the connection that you're seeking. And you're really wanting to understand how to make a kind of a 3D relationship of you wake up, eat breakfast, go to work, come back, do dinner, like maybe there's a connection once a week or once a month. I know people who've been in marriages for years and there's been no connection, which blows my mind. I have no idea. It's just mind-boggling, but obviously everyone has their own soul path and soul journey to experience, and that was theirs. So you really want to understand how to create a cosmic relationship. And cosmic relationships happen from people you just meet, like Donna, who I met a few days ago, who's on here, and you just meet them and you know that you've met before. You just meet them and you know that you're soul-aligned people. You just meet them and you know that you're meant for greatness. You're meant for something in this future. And so how you do that in your intimate relationships really is profound. You can begin to call in soul relationships, cosmic relationships. You can begin to decipher very quickly, like, that was a nice person or a great thing, but they're not on the same soul path. They're not on the same soul journey that I am. So having a cosmic connection wouldn't be a fit. So I'm not going to invest my time there. And you can begin to decipher these relationships much quicker, with a lot more ease, with a lot more grace, with a lot more flow. But in order to even go from the jump of a three-dimensional, like very basic relating, mundane, I'm showing up and doing the things to date and relate, like I'm doing those things, and sure, it's happening, but it still feels like something's missing. Like, to really make that jump into cosmic, it means that you have to become embodied in what you want to experience. So for an example, everywhere I go, as you guys know, I always meet people. Everywhere I go, oh my God, this is another soul person. I forget your name, but he's amazing. I did see your thing that you met Kanye last night, so that was pretty cool. But anyway, a soul connection or a cosmic relationship would mean that you become the experience of what you want to experience before the relationship ever begins. So what I mean by this is, right, when I was back in college, right, I always dated like multiple people. I was like very good at that, and they knew about it, and it was like, whatever, I was just having fun. And I did this, right, because I always knew that when I was in college, I never wanted a relationship because I knew I wanted to travel the world after college. And I was like, I'm not going to get in a relationship and fall in love, and because I'm in a relationship, not be able to travel the world, which was very smart. Like I knew that from a very young age, so I never let a relationship decipher where I wanted to go. Now, there obviously was a transition in my life between this and then traveling to 42 countries, living in 5 countries, working for a $23 billion company, working for a $400 million company where I was covering multi-million-dollar territories at 23, 24, 25 years old. And the transition came to wanting to understand love, wanting to understand connection. And there's people that I've been around or in relating to where I didn't speak the same language as them, or they didn't speak the same language as me. But how did you create that? And that's a cosmic connection. It's like something beyond the mind. It's something beyond language. It's a true heart experience. And so in this program, in this experience, the Cosmic Lover Circle, I'm teaching you how to really cultivate those connections, how to really cultivate those experiences. And we start on the 15th, like I said. So what's included is we have 6 calls. There's like 6, it's like a 6-week curriculum, or not, and it's 90 days, but there's 6 weeks. And each week we go over a different theme. And then from that week, you have 2 weeks to integrate that. whatever we're teaching. And the teachings are like, I don't want to say like a lecture. They're not quite like a lecture, but they are. It's like a lecture, but interactive and engaging. Everyone on there is sharing. You're realizing there's other people like you who want to also create cosmic relationships or experience powerful connections. And so we have that. They're recorded. So if you miss any of them, you can always catch them live and you get lifetime access. So it's a really, really beautiful experience and process. The second thing that we do is that we have 3 one-on-one calls. So you have 6 group calls, which go through each of the 6 weeks. So there's 6 weeks, different themes that I go through of how to create this cosmic relationship, understanding relationships, releasing the past, communication, practices, rituals. It's really a full immersion experience. And so then we have 3 one-on-one calls, 1 a month over the 90 days. And then you also get 24/7 access to me. So this is like where we talk on WhatsApp and you'll just be like, hey, this came up or this date, or I'm making my profile, or how does this happen? Or this happened in my relationship and how do I move through it? And I want to make it more cosmic or more beautiful or more exciting instead of boring and mundane. And I will like give you feedback on what I'm seeing or what I've known about studying psychology and traveling the world and sales and knowing people to really support you in reaching the type of relationship you want to experience. And so anyway, if you want that, you can go to the link in my bio, or go to my stories, or just message me Cosmic Relationships and I'll give you the links to enroll. The enrollment will end on Tuesday, but I highly recommend. We only have like 2 spots left. It's a very small group because I did that on purpose. So anyway, message me to make sure that we get you there. And then the other thing that I want to share, a lot of you have been asking, and so Colleen, you have all these online courses. What are they like? What do they experience? So if you go to a link in my website, colleengallagher.co, and you click on experiences, from experiences, you will see I have 25 different courses. Each course is a little bit different, right? Like no one course is alike or I wouldn't have made it, right? They all have a little bit of a different thing. So I have one just for people who are writers and bloggers. I have one for relationships. I have one for men. I have one for women with relationships. I have money creation. I have how to change your relationship with money. I have activations. I have meditations. I have manifestation. Like I have all these different courses, right? And in each course, it has a curriculum. So it goes like 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever that it is, like, or 90 days like this, and it has 6 weeks or 6 lives, but it goes over 90 days. So you have time to integrate what I share. And so, and like practice, like listen to it and then implement it, apply it into your life. And then you can ask me like how it's going or what's happening as you're applying these teachings. So everything that I teach, right, I've went through. I can't teach something that I haven't went through. So like you see, I don't have any courses on money management. I have nothing on wealth creation. Those are not things that I've mastered yet, right? But being able to create money or being able to design courses or being able to create products, these are things that I've all been able to do, or write blogs or create an online business, digital marketing. These are things that I can talk about because I've done it and I've done it very well. And so every course, I share a theme, whatever the theme is that I'm doing. Like this is the Cosmic Lover Circle. And I'll share a little bit about what it's about, or I'll do a long post expressing what is going to come through in this course, like what it's going to be, like what you might be struggling with. So like for this Cosmic Lover Circle, like you're probably struggling with feeling the real connections in your relationships, feeling real, feeling a sense of fun instead of like drama, annoyance. Oh my God, my head hurts. Like this just doesn't work. Like you want to feel that you're really connected with people in the world. And so you're struggling with that, right? So you would join the Cosmic Lover Circle and I'm going to guide you into how to fix those things, how to not have this warped mindset that men are bad or women are drama or whatever that it is. Like you're not just going to have these thoughts that you're saying that are just crazy and just not true. You're going to change the narrative. And until you change that narrative, you're never going to attract what you really want to attract or who you want to attract or be around. So that's one. But all of my courses are like that. Like I'm never going to do a course and tell you, this is what we're going to do. Boom, 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 boom. These are the stories I'm going to share. Boom, 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 boom. Here are the weeks I'm going to give you. Like that's just not how it works. Like I've never been that way. Like either you feel called, you feel excited. Like, yes, I know I meant to learn from this person. I know I meant to, like my PhD. I knew I was meant to get my PhD right now. Like I'm at Pepperdine. Hey, James. I knew I was meant to get my PhD, right? I knew that was meant to happen. I didn't know why my PhD was meant to happen. I didn't know why I was going to Pepperdine, but I just chose it. I felt called. It felt like I read through, okay, this feels right. This is what I want. This feels like it's speaking to me. This is where I want to go. And I trusted it and I acted on it and I did that. All of my courses are going to be like that. You're never going to get a course of mine that's going to tell you this is going to be the exact result. You're going to receive $10,000, $100,000. you're going to receive 5 clients, you're going to receive whatever. Like, I'm never going to have a course of like how to blah, because that's not how I operate. I am a magical person. I operate on magic. So magic does not go like that. Like what you're doing when you're doing that is go, well, what am I going to get? Or how is that going to work? Like, do you want a boring ass relationship, or do you want magic? Do you want boring ass results of just a $10,000 month, or do you want magic of $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 months? Like, what is it you actually want? What is it you actually want to experience? Do you want $100,000 a year, multiple $100,000 a year, or do you want to know just how to make $5? Like, when you go into this linear way of thinking of this, I need to know, how is this going to work for me? Like, when you do that, it literally like itches my mind, because you're like not allowing the magic. You're not trusting yourself, you're not believing in yourself. And the fact that you're already asking a question, the fact that you're already listening to the content that I'm putting out there, or these videos, means that you feel called. At some level, it means that your soul feels called and ready to go into another portal. It's ready to do that. And the world is never going to provide you with the right financial support, the right amount of time, the right whatever, so that you take the action. That's not you having to trust yourself. Like, in a relationship, that's you basically saying like, prove yourself to me, prove yourself to me, prove yourself to me. And then once you prove yourself to me, then I'll trust you to take action. That's not how it works. It means one person's vulnerable. Here's what I have. Here's what I'm to offer. And you show up. Here's what I am. And here's what I have to offer. And you connect on that. It's not you waiting for someone to prove for you finally to then trust yourself to take the action to meet a connection. You trust yourself, you meet a connection. If this doesn't work out, if it's a shitty thing, if I don't get what I think I'm going to get, or if it's whatever, you know what? It's going to be a great lesson and experience. Like, you feel called and you take the action on your calling. You don't like wait and logically like, how is this going to work? And let me count the pennies and let me do the things. Like, that just sounds so exhausting. And in that, where is the cosmic? Where is the magic? There's not. Like, you yourself are taking the magic out of it. And there's no one else to blame but you. And so I just wanted to come on and say that, because I feel like a lot of people have been messaging me about the Cosmic Lover Circle. They're wanting to know the exact details of what's in it. How are you going to do it? What are things like? I'm telling you, there's 6 calls. There's 6 group calls. Each call has a theme. I'm not giving the themes, because why? Then you're going to make up a thing. Well, I already know those things and I don't know. That's how people act. Like, if I was in my PhD course and I'm like, oh, like, and I saw like there was a quantitative class. I've already done quantitative all of my masters. If I would have saw that, I would be like, oh, I already did it, so I don't need a PhD. Like, my mind would have said something stupid to get me in the way of the result. Like, you just have to literally shut your mind up and talk into your heart and feel from there and act from that place. So once you get into that, that's what's going to that's what's going to allow you to move into where you want to go. That's what's going to get you results on whatever it is that you want in your life. But so I have said what's included. It's 6 group calls. Each group call has a theme. The theme has different stories. We have engagement. It's an experiential learning. It's recorded. So if you can attend live, it's also not an excuse. Well, I don't know when they are, so I don't know if I can attend. If you want to make time, you make time. If you don't, you don't. They're recorded. You're going to have lifetime access. Out of 6 calls, I'm sure you're going to be able to join one. So get over it. The other thing is the 3 one-on-one calls. We work on that with our time. So it's your time and my time. It's not like it's just like, oh, this is the only time. Like, we really find a time that works for both of us and we get it at the same time every month, scheduled in right away. And the 24/7 access, obviously that's access whenever. So there's just no excuse. I think you either want the result, you want the magic, or you don't. Like, and stop lying to yourself about if you don't. Like, I had a mentor, actually, Katrina Ruth, who's phenomenal. She said, like, be in integrity about your desires. Don't say that you want something. Like, don't say you want success or you want this thing when that's your actions don't match what you say you're wanting. Like, they either do or they don't. There's no in the middle. Like, you're pregnant or you're not. You're black or you're white. Like, there is a very colorful world, but like in things like this, it's not that way. Yay, Zach, how are you? So anyway, so what I wanted to wrap that up with all of that is that in any of the courses that I offer, right, this is not like a education system that it's like I'm a teacher setting you up for a curriculum that's trying to test your brain cognitively to maybe get into a college that's never going to be useful. Like, maybe it will be, maybe it won't be. I don't know. I'm not here to say that, but that's not how my courses operate. So every time I launch something, every time I share something, it's only going to be the title of whatever it is. My launch strategy, this is powerful. I don't know, I'm giving this away. My launch strategy is that every time, like, this is crazy, but maybe I'll use this as a bonus in a different experience. But anyway, so I'll use what I'm launching, right? My life. So literally today I was sitting here writing in my journal. I have a call at 10 a.m. for my Imagine community on team building. And I'm sitting here and this thought came to me, like, I need to share about this Cosmic Lover Circle because so many men have been reaching out to me wanting to know more about it, wanting to do this. And it's like, okay, but if you feel called to it, just enroll. Like, it's crazy to me how much people are not trusting themselves. Like, and men are like, well, let me ask you this question or this question or this question. I'm like, you're asking me questions that are for the course. Like, do you want me to send you an invoice before the course starts? Like, I don't know. People don't get how, like, consulting, like, or psychology works. It just blows my mind. But the other thing I think is crazy that I want to share that I think is important is, like, when people come to you and say, oh, like, I have this question or I have this thing, like, I have 3 books, my 4th one's coming. Like, if you want to know things, it's not that hard to take your action to meet me halfway on what I've already done in the relationship building. The reason why you wouldn't have a cosmic relationship, or the reasons why your relationships aren't going in amazing ways, because you're not taking the action of what needs to be had in a relationship. You're expecting people to produce, and then you just do a moment. And that's not a sustainable relationship. That's not a cosmic relationship. A cosmic relationship is not 50-50. It's I'm 100% and you're 100%. There is no 50-50. 1 + 1 is 3. You can't do half of a 1 and half of a 1. It's 3. That doesn't work. So with that, anyway, my courses, they're all going to be like a name or whatever it is. I write my launch strategy by basically telling you throughout my life, whatever that I'm doing. I come on and share things like this, add value of my own stories. I give you wisdom drops like this that are like, wow, that was really profound. I should really think about that. And then your opportunity in that is right to click on the link and roll. Like, it's that simple. Like, it's like there's no needing to have more of a conversation. Like, I've given you everything for you to be empowered to take the action. And either you choose it or you don't. So anyway, that's with all of my courses. That's how I launch. That's how I do it. And I mean, that's how I built a multiple 6-figure business, which I'm so proud of. And I really wish that everyone knew these secrets, or everyone shared the wisdom that was inside their heart. Because I know if you follow me, you're an old soul. You're a cosmic being, and you're here to share. You're here to rise. You're here to create courses. You're here to create structures. You're here to create new systems that you talk about and people can be involved in, whether that's platforms, connections, events, educations, activations, meditations, podcasts. I mean, I've done them all, but have them all, done them all. But you're here to do that. And the longer you wait and you don't actually start yourself to take the action, you don't take the empowered action yourself, where you're like, well, let me just wait on this person or that thing or this thing or whatever. Let me just wait for this so that things happen. You're still putting the power outside of you, because even when I started this, right, when I started CGI, like, it was me. I used to take, like, I don't know, 25 takes for one video. I could have never went on live like this. And now I've had years of practice, so it's very easy for me to have a thought and come on and talk about it. But I think what's really important is that you begin to think what's holding you back, and especially the cosmic lover circle, like what in your relationship is not where it wants to be, not because of the other person, but because of you. So anyway, I love you guys. I hope this served. Make sure to share it. I'm going to share it on my feed, so you can go see it and have a beautiful day. And make sure to enroll in the Cosmic Lover Circle, or you can always go to my website, colleengallagher.co, and enroll in any of the courses that you think would be a stellar self-study to start.